When I was a boy, I thought time was a river, endless and always flowing. I was always in a hurry, Was too busy chasing dreams, too proud to look back, and always too late. My mother, she was the steady rock in my rushing river. Every night she'd sit by the window, her silhouette framed by the soft glow of a lamp. The old grandfather clock in the hall was the soundtrack to her waiting. Each tick-tock, a patient heartbeat. No matter how late I stumbled in, she'd turn with a smile that never faltered, a silent welcome that I took for granted. Her love was a constant, something I thought would be there forever. Then came the night I didn't come home. I was out with friends, lost in the noise and the laughter, convinced that tomorrow was a promise. But tomorrow came too soon. When I finally returned, the house was unnaturally quiet. Her chair by the window was empty, the lamp was off, and the clock on the wall, it had stopped. The silence was deafening, a void where the steady ticking used to be. The doctor's words were clinical, cold. Her heart had failed. Quietly, just like a clock running out of batteries. It was a gentle fade, a quiet surrender while she was waiting for me. The years that followed were a blur. Guilt became my shadow, a heavy cloak I couldn't shrug off. It settled into my bones, dictating my days, turning my life into a monotonous routine. I existed, but I wasn't truly living. I went through the motions: work, eat, sleep, but the vibrant colors of life had faded to gray. I was running, but I didn't know from what. Or maybe I did. I was running from the memory of that empty chair, from the silence of that stopped clock. I was running from time itself, because time had stolen her from me. Or so I thought. The truth was, I had stolen time from her. One lonely evening, years later, I found myself cleaning out her old room. It was a museum of memories I had locked away. Dust motes danced in the fading sunlight as I sorted through her belongings. And there it was, in the corner, covered in a dusty sheet, the old grandfather clock, silent, forgotten, just like the love I had neglected. I don't know what possessed me, but I pulled the sheet off. I ran my fingers over the polished wood, tracing the lines she must have traced 1,000 times. I found the old ornate key still tucked in its little slot. The trembling hand, I turned it. Gently, I was half expecting it to be broken, to resist. But it turned smoothly, and then a soft click, followed by a tentative tick, and another talk. The sound, so familiar yet so foreign, echoed in the quiet room. It wasn't just a sound, it was a ghost. It was the sound of her waiting, the sound of my childhood, the sound of everything I had lost, and it broke me. The dam I had built around my heart for all those years just crumbled. I slid to the floor, the rough wood cold against my skin, and I wept. Tears I hadn't allowed myself to cry streamed down my face, washing away years of dust from my soul. I curled up on the floor and whispered into the empty room, "I'm sorry, Mom. I'm here now. I'm finally home." In that moment, surrounded by the steady, rhythmic ticking of the clock, a profound sense of peace washed over me. It wasn't about fixing the clock. It wasn't about erasing the past. It was about finally stopping. It was about facing the silence and the regret and letting it be. I finally stopped running from time. I realized some regrets don't need a grand act of forgiveness. Sometimes all they need is to be acknowledged, to be felt, to be understood with one more quiet, accepting heartbeat. Thank you for listening to this story with me. If it touched you in any way, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories that explore the heart. Take care and cherish your time.